Okay, so you've seen them, right? All those promises popping up online. Make a fortune with AI overnight. Well, there's this one book that's kind of at the center of all that buzz. It's called The ChatGPT Wealth Blueprint: 7 Days from Zero to Digital Fortune. I mean, what a title. It's a super bold claim, and it's got everyone talking, from people just starting out to the seasoned pros. And they're all asking the same thing. Is this for real?
Yeah, right off the bat, that title makes you kind of raise an eyebrow, doesn't it? A digital fortune in 7 days? From zero? It screams too good to be true. And honestly, that skepticism is a good thing. It's exactly why we're going to break this whole thing down today.
So, what are we doing here? It's pretty simple, really. We're going to dig deep into this blueprint. We'll look at what it claims, check out its actual roadmap, and try to figure out what's solid, actionable advice and what's maybe just a little bit of marketing hype. Let's see what's really under the hood. Okay, so the core promise here is pretty straightforward. The whole idea is that this book is the ultimate starting line for anyone. It's supposed to be a step-by-step roadmap for someone who just has a laptop and an internet connection. And the hook? It's a big one. No coding, no experience needed. You just start. And how do they promise to pull this off? Well, the entire blueprint is built around this really simple, actionable structure. It's a 7-day plan. The whole goal is to take you from knowing absolutely nothing to actually having your first digital asset built and ready to go. And here it is, the 7-day roadmap itself. So day one is all about getting your head in the game, the mindset, understanding that this whole AI thing is a huge opportunity. Then from there, it's a pretty logical path. Day two, you pick your niche. Day three, you learn the secret sauce, how to talk to the AI. Day four, you actually build your thing. Day five is the launch, and day six is super important, automation. This is about building a system, not just giving yourself more work. Then day seven kind of pulls it all together. It's a really clear path, right? From just an idea to a running operation. Okay, let's zoom in a little bit on day two, finding your path, because this is so important. The book doesn't just say do this one thing. Instead, it lays out a bunch of different options. You could do freelancing with AI, automate social media, write ebooks, or even do e-commerce descriptions. And then there's prompt engineering, which is basically just the art of giving the AI really good instructions. The whole point is to find a lane that you're actually interested in, because that's what's going to make you stick with it, right? All right, now if there's one thing you take away from this whole blueprint, it's this: the power of prompting. That's what day three is all about. And our source says this is hands down the strongest, most valuable part of the entire book. And why is that? Because it teaches you the one skill that matters most in this new world: how to actually talk to an AI. And here's the thing you gotta get. ChatGPT isn't a magic wand. You can't just wave it and expect perfect results. Think of it more like a super powerful engine. The quality of what you get out of it depends entirely on the quality of the instructions you put in. The book's whole philosophy is that learning to guide the AI is the difference between getting kind of meh results and getting something truly professional. And this is a perfect way to see what we're talking about. On the left, that's what most people do, right? Just basic questions, one-line commands. But on the right, that's where the magic happens. The book teaches these more powerful techniques like persona prompts. That's where you tell the AI who to be, like act as an expert copywriter before you ask it to write something. That one little shift, it completely changes the game. It's how you unlock what this thing can really do. Okay, so we've seen the promise, we've looked at the 7-day plan, now for the million-dollar question. Does it actually work? This brings us to the really interesting part: separating the hype from what's genuinely helpful. So here's the breakdown, the final scorecard. On the helpful side, it's absolutely fantastic for beginners. It really pushes you to stop thinking and start doing. And it teaches you those super valuable prompting skills we talked about. It's great for getting you into an entrepreneurial mindset for this new AI age. But on the hype side, that 7-day promise is, well, it's pretty ambitious. The examples in the book sometimes feel like best-case scenarios. And if you're looking for a deep dive on how to really scale a business, this probably isn't it. But even with those critiques, the overall verdict is still really positive. The source calls it motivating, clear, and actionable. And it seems like its biggest strength is just making AI feel less scary, For all the people who feel a bit intimidated or like they're being left behind by all this book is a great way in. And that really brings us to the final, most important takeaway here.
Maybe the point of this book isn't really to become a millionaire in a week. Maybe its real value is something a little different.
And it all comes down to this really powerful quote from the book. AI won't replace you, but the person who uses AI better than you will. Wow, it perfectly captures what's happening right now, doesn't it? The point isn't to be afraid of the technology. The point is to be the person who knows how to use it. And that's the real purpose of this book. It's not a guaranteed path to a digital fortune. It's a starter kit. It gives you the basic tools, the prompts that actually work, and maybe the most important thing of all, the confidence to just get started on your own journey with AI. So really, if you've been kind of sitting on the sidelines, watching this whole AI revolution happen and wondering, okay, how do I even start? This book is basically your sign. It's that clear, structured first step you might have been looking for. Which leaves just one final question, and it's not for me to answer. It's for you. Once you have these tools, once you have this mindset, what are you going to build first?